Welcome to Algebra 1, Unit 7, Lesson 4, Practice Problems. The one vocabulary term that we need to make sure we understand before starting the practice problems is the zero product property. The zero product property says that if the product of two numbers is 0, then one of the numbers must be 0. So this means that if I multiply numbers together and I get 0 for an answer, then one of those numbers that I'm multiplying together must be 0, because that's the only way to get 0 as an answer when we multiply. If the equation x plus 10 times x equals 0 is true, which statement is also true according to the zero product property? Well, the zero product property says that if we are multiplying x plus 10 times x, then either x plus 10 equals 0 or x equals 0. And if it's x plus 10, then we would need to subtract 10 from both sides so that it canceled out on the left, and we would be left with x equals negative 10. So either x equals negative 10 or x equals 0. So that means A is incorrect, B, either x equals 0 or x plus 10 equals 0. That was the original statement we made, so B is correct. C, either x squared equals 0 or 10x equals 0. What they've done there is multiplied these together and changed it to standard form, which would then result in those two numbers being added together, not multiplied together. So C is not true. And D says only x plus 10 equals 0, which is also not true. Either one of them can be 0, and then it won't matter what the other one is, because 0 times anything is 0. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time now to ask for further clarification. Next question. What are the solutions to the equation 10 minus x times 3x minus 9 equals 0? So if we are multiplying two numbers together and getting 0 for an answer, one of those numbers must be 0. So either 10 minus x equals 0 or 3x minus 9 equals 0. In the first case, we will add x to both sides. This will eliminate it on the left, and we get 10 equals x. So we already know A is incorrect and B is incorrect. Now if we look at our second choice, the first thing we're going to do is add 9 to both sides to eliminate it on the left. This leaves us 3x equals 9. Now we're going to divide both sides by 3 so that we eliminate it on the left. And we are left with x equals 3, which matches choice C. D is incorrect because our second answer is 3, not 9. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Page 2. Solve each equation. For number 1, either x minus 6 equals 0, in which case we would add 6 to both sides to eliminate it on the left, and we would get x equals 6, or we have x plus 5 equals 0. We subtract 5 from both sides to eliminate it from the left, and we get x equals negative 5. For number 2, we have x minus 3 equals 0. We will add 3 to both sides to eliminate it from the left, and we'll get x equals 3. Or we have 2/3 x minus 6 equals 0. The first thing we would do is add 6 to both sides to eliminate it from the left. This would give us 2/3 x equals 6. Then we multiply by the inverse, which would be 3/2. This allows cancellation on the left. Then 3 goes into 3. Or, sorry. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 6 3 times. And we have x equals 3 times 3, which is 9, over 1, which is 9. So either x equals 3 or x equals 9. And finally, for number 3, we either have negative 3x minus 15 equals 0. We add 15 to both sides. This cancels it out on the left, which leaves us negative 3x equals 15. We divide both sides by negative 3 to cancel it on the left, and we get x equals negative 5. or x plus 7 equals 0. We subtract 7 from both sides to eliminate it on the left, and we get x equals negative 7. So in every instance, we are taking the factors, setting them equal to 0, and solving for x. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Next question. Consider the expressions x minus 4 times 3x minus 6 and 3x squared minus 18x plus 24. Show that the two expressions define the same function. So the first one is in factored form, and the second is in standard form. So we're going to take the factored form, x minus 4 times 3x minus 6, and we're going to use the FOIL method. X times 3x equals 3x squared. X times negative 6 equals minus 6x. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x, and negative 4 times negative 6 is plus 24. Now we're going to combine the x terms, and our answer becomes 3x squared minus 18x plus 24, and we can see that the factored form has been turned into the standard form simply by multiplying the factors together. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification. Next question. Kieran saw that if the equation, the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 4 equals 0 is true, then by the zero product property, either x plus 2 is 0 or x minus 4 is 0. He then reasoned that if x plus 2 times x minus 4 equals 72 is true, then either x plus 2 equals 72 or x minus 4 is equal to 72. Explain why Kieran's conclusion is incorrect. Kieran's conclusion is incorrect because the zero product property only works when the answer is 0 because 0 must be one of the factors. "72" has many factors, such as 1 and 72, 2 and 36, 3 and 24, and so on. So it is not true that one of the factors must be 72. If you have any questions about how I solved this practice problem, please use class time to ask for further clarification before we move on to lesson 5 tomorrow.